Frame 90 coming hot at you on a
Thursday afternoon. We got a great list of topics. Before we get into any of those, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, all that jazz. You want to get on Gutterball, email us, or don't do that. Instagram, DM us, get at us. We already got some guests lined up coming on in the future. You know why? Because they got at us on Instagram, because they're not losers like you. I'm embarrassed. I can't even talk to the viewers anymore. Paul, what's up? What's new?
San Diego.
Fuck you.
I'm just okay. Sorry,
this cast is ruined at this
the
point
Madagascar cast. That's a great movie. Did you ever see any of the other Madagascars?
I didn't know they made more Madagascar.
I don't know. Anyways, my week's been good. Pretty busy week at work again. Moved stuff up to the house last week and getting close to closing next week. So yeah, that's about it. How about you, Jack?
Big things in progress, ladies and gentlemen. That's cool though. That's what's up. I'm pretty good, not bad. Week's been a week. But no, I never watched any more Madagascars, but I do like the Penguins. They have a couple spin-offs of their own.
They do.
Like little specials, you know. So those guys are pretty funny.
They're spicy.
They are spicy. I just watched that Wallace and Gromit. It's funny you mentioned penguins. I watched that Wallace and Gromit episode with the gangster penguin. It's like trying to ice
He's
him.
on the train.
Gun, dude. Yeah, I want that guy's tattoo with the gun, dude. He's not playing. Like he's trying to fucking kill him.
Yeah.
That guy's wild. Yeah, that's cool as fuck. But yeah, let's do song of the week, Paul, before we jump in anything else. What do you got for us this week? You got anything?
So everybody should really know this song just by the name of it, but Goodbye Horses by Q Lazarus. I don't know how to say it. I don't know. I just really like the like the beat of the song and the Goodbye Horses chorus. Oh, if you were to look up Goodbye Horses, you would be like, oh yeah, I know what this song is. But the reason why I really like this song, well, first of all, it's a classic. But second of all, the reason why I've been listening to it is because after boxing, for some reason, I just like to flip this on. It's like kind of a calm down song.
It is kind of a vibe. Yeah, no, it's pretty good. I'm just gonna keep that playing the whole entire cast.
Yeah, on repeat. Now, I don't know if this is true. I saw somewhere in a comment that that's actually a female singer, but I don't know if that's true.
Well, she is a big black lady on the cover, so it makes sense. That's the album cover that I see.
Okay.
She's like a witch. She's like, I don't know. She's got a cowboy hat on. Yeah, you know.
She's
you don't
a
really see
witch.
a lot of black cowboys. No, she looks like a witch. I don't know. She looks very witchish, very ghoulish looking.
Django.
No, that's a bop. Yeah, no, I'm just being a shit. I was just being a shithead. Not historically accurate ones, I guess. You know?
Shut up.
But, Django's cool.
You got a song of the week?
I do have a song of the week. I have Marilyn Manson's "The Nobodies," but more specifically the "Against All Gods" remix. The remix just makes it a little darker. And somehow, like, I don't know, man. It just makes it sound grungier, I guess. I'm not really sure. It's very subtle when they say remix. I'm like, oh, cool. So I like it better than the original song. It's The Nobodies by Marilyn Manson. You know, it's a banger. It's one of those sad kind of emo songs. But yeah, it's from Hollywood, that album. I love Marilyn Manson. That's my shit. Everyone shits on me for liking Marilyn Manson.
I know, it's fine. Marilyn Manson's good
music. Yeah, stop laughing over there. Fuck you. What, you want me to do another Rush song?
Jack, half the time when I'm laughing, it's because for some reason something else pops into my head at the worst time. Like I was thinking about us having the podcast studio, and then at the end of the show, like lighting off a mortar inside my basement.
Yeah, that was what I was thinking about earlier when we talked about it. But I was like, that's rude to ask him to light a mortar in his house.
No,
like,
we're not gonna burn the house down.
Is that rude? Is that bad? Can I not have said
bad?
that?
Yeah, it's bad.
Why can't we what if we contain it in like a pot or something?
Could you imagine we put it in the launcher and it goes dunk and it just hits the ceiling and
Well, what if we hypothetically it'd be like a game of chicken. You put it in a metal pot, put the lid on, and like seal it good, light it, and the pot just shoots.
No, it's just a pressure cooker. That's just a pressure cooker.
Oh, that's how you make a pipe bomb, right? Yeah. You're like 5 missing steps right there, and you have a pipe bomb going on. Oh, that's bad for you, YouTube algorithm. I shouldn't have said that.
Probably not. Especially like the first 4 minutes. Yeah. We've been delisted.
They don't. No, remember when they were really bad about it? They just and then like a month later they're like, whatever, do whatever, because they knew like how fucked they were. Like literally, like a month later, they were
Yeah.
like, "Oh, okay, it's fine." It was like for a while, it was like first 30 seconds you can't say nothing bad, and then they're like, "Oh, yeah, don't this is discredit that." You know, now you can kind of say whatever.
I
They
think
brought back
it's like
retard.
I
Say that
think
again.
it's like 15 seconds. I think it's like 15 seconds of any video you
Mhm,
can't like swear. I think that's still a thing, or maybe it's 10.
mhm.
I don't even know anymore.
I know
Um,
there's trigger words for sure, like the R word, not retarded, the other R word, AP, you know, that one's bad. N word you definitely can't say, but I know for a fact you could say the F slur as much as you want because I know certain channels like that I watch say it and they don't get demonetized, so I'm like they're probably fine. But it's really just I feel like if you just get unlucky at some point, and also I feel like they might have for cricket, they might have like something against some channels where they're like we're going after this guy. You know what I mean? It's kind of
yeah,
how it is.
yeah, and I don't like. I don't know, man. Like that's why I wish X was a better platform because I know Elon Musk is like all about free speech. Like I think you should just be able to say whatever you want and not have any consequences. Because like, but I get it. There are certain things you can't say. Like you can't go and say bomb
Mhm.
on an airplane. That makes sense. Like you shouldn't
Well,
be doing that or
yeah.
yell fire in a movie theater. Like you shouldn't do that. But it's just like
Yeah.
if there's no ill will behind it and you're not actively making moves towards it, I think you should be able to say whatever you want on the internet. But like YouTube, it's a private company, right? They can enforce
Mhm.
whatever rules they want. You know, it doesn't matter if they're based in the US or whatever. Um,
Yeah, that's the problem though, is that we need to not be able to do that. Can we talk about X too if you want? Because I have that as the
yeah.
topic.
Yeah, what about it?
Do you use Twitter much at all? That don't call it X. That's so dumb. Fucking Twitter, because it still
Yeah.
shows up in Twitter when you type in twitter.com.
So I when it first switched over, so I've had a Twitter for a long time. I never ever really used it. Never got into it. Then when it
Mhm,
switched over to X, my buddy Ricky, who's been on the show, shout out Ricky, is like, dude, you got to get on X. It's hilarious. And I get on there, and the search algorithm's 1,000 times better. I'm seeing like horrible, like you could literally like say or do whatever you want. Like I'm seeing like terrible
mhm.
videos though too. Like the
Yeah,
algorithm's been
me
showing me
too.
some fucked up stuff. But
Mhm,
now lately, the last I'd say month or so, I'm fine. And this is like I pop in on X maybe once or twice a week just to see what's up. And the last month or so, not so much. And the reason why is have you noticed how like combobulated the ads are and comment sections are? Have you seen
yeah,
that?
that's the topic I was gonna like
Yeah.
talk
It's
about. It's
like a
awful.
post, like text, but then they put an ad right under it. And you go in the comments and it's like ad, post, ad. Like, I'm like, what is
Mhm,
going on here? I don't know if that's
mhm.
by design. It can't be because it's making me look at it less. Like, I
It's a
don't.
problem. I don't think it is. Well, really what it is happens to be is I'll see a post where like, I don't know, they'll be recommended to me. It'd be like some Chinese worker gets sucked into like a vat of acid or something, you know, or like one of those rolling machines and he gets all turned up and fucked up. And I want to know if he's dead, you know, he's bent up in a pretzel. And I go to the comments section and the first 50 comments are like, oh my God, look at my new baby, or look at how this puppy is playing with this other puppy. And then it takes me like 50 comments to find a comment that's actually related to the video. And that's not just like one post, it's every single fucking post. And it's really like I don't even go in the comments, just close it. I'm like, oh, whatever. I'll never know if this Chinese guy that's mangled and fucked up is alive or not. I'm just gonna assume he's not. And I kind of want to know. But no, I've been using a lot more Twitter. It's nice, but yeah, about the dark recommended posts and shit, dude. There's some dark stuff that gets recommended to me on there. Of course, like everyone else, my Twitter is like I don't know, 40% porn, and the other 60% is just gore videos. No, but it's just I like Twitter more now. I think it's more fun. It just has a couple key big problems. But yeah, I don't know. There's just way darker. I don't know. There's way darker content. It feels more adult on there. And not so fake. I kind of, but I don't comment or anything. You got to be a real loser to comment on Twitter.
Yeah, it's definitely taken a turn when Musk took it over of how like what's allowed on there, who's on there as far as like platform, and I don't know. It's weird. I hope they kind of straighten out the ads cuz but again, it's not like my go-to social media, I guess. YouTube will
Mhm.
always be that for me personally. I prefer
It's
to
not social
ingest
media
video
though.
or audio content. What?
It's not social media, is it? YouTube is just
YouTube's
like a,
technically a social media platform now that it has
mm,
comments, likes. It's
I
literally
guess.
just a social media platform where the video's the forefront. And that's kind of like what
Mm,
I prefer. Like,
mhm,
I don't know. I never personally got into the reels, the shorts, whatever. Do I doom scroll every once in a while? Sure. Sometimes I get sucked into Instagram without even knowing it. I look up 10 minutes later, it's like, oh my God, you know?
Mhm.
YouTube shorts, I don't really look at. So
Mhm.
yeah, I
Yeah, I
don't
don't
know.
have any apps on my phone, social media, except for YouTube, but I don't really count that. I mean, you can count it, but I don't count it. I go to the websites. People are like, "Why are you using Instagram in your browser?" I'm like, "Cause I don't want it on my fucking phone. Cause I don't want to look at it all day, every day." You know what I mean? And it does strip a shit ton of things. Like, you can't do a lot of things on the Instagram browser you
Yeah.
can do on the app. But it's just better. I just want to stay off it. Instagram, or excuse me, Snapchat is the only thing I use now. You have to have a Snapchat. At least if you're my age, it feels like.
My buddy Clay hates Snap. He hates anything on phones. Like he's the type of guy where
Mhm.
he won't even respond to texts. He does a phone call. That's it.
Yeah, I like that. See, I wish I could do
I can
that, but the
respect that.
people that I hang out with won't. So it's like it's almost like you can't really I guess like he's fine because he's probably a little older than me, but we're the fucking inside generation. Like the only way you can date and shit, especially even if you're gay too, you have to go online. Where the fuck am I gonna go? I go to the bars and shit that works too, but so to a certain extent that everyone just wants to be in their own world kind of involved. So like you have to have some type of social media presence. That's just the way it is. It sucks,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, the reason why fuck man, I sometimes wish I wasn't in the tech space for work because I don't like to be connected as I am, but I have no choice. Like
Mm.
this is the life I chose. I could go get a minimalistic phone, flip phone, whatever. You get those minimalistic smartphones now or remove all the apps on my phone, but I have to be connected. It's just like I don't know, man. It's tough because it also contributes to poor mental health. Not for me much anymore now that I realize it and I limit myself, but like people aren't out there living like as Dr. Phil said, people aren't out there living their own lives. They're living the lives through people online, and that's bad because you compare and it makes you sad because all you're seeing is the people's highest highs. You're never seeing their lowest lows, you know? Um,
Mhm.
so social media is just a problem in general. YouTube is a little, I don't know, YouTube's a little different in that aspect because you can limit YouTube. Like, I think it's pretty easy to limit something like that. But people get a lot of dopamine rushes from like Facebook likes, Instagram likes, this, that.
Mhm.
And don't get me wrong, I would like I do too every once in a while. I don't post that often, but when I do, I'm like, oh, who liked this? I check in on it. It's like,
Mhm.
why do I care? Why do I care who liked
Yeah.
my post? Why did I
Why
even
do I
post?
care?
But
Yeah,
now, as we do the podcast, we have to be social media connected, especially with the podcast
sucks.
accounts. And that kind of sucks too. But I don't really care so much dopamine wise as like getting likes on our posts. I just like to see our growth, which has been kind of a bummer lately, right? Because we lost like what 24 subscribers this month. We're down to 404. And part of me
Mm,
thinks it has something to do with that. So, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you listening, when I was in Norway in September, for whatever reason that month, we jumped like what 200, subscribers out of nowhere. And it won't
mm,
even show us those subscribers even now down the line, like 6 months later, in our analytics for our page. And I was like, this has got to be bot accounts. This has got to be something weird. So that's why I'm not surprised that all of a sudden we had a huge dip this month where we lost like 25 subscribers. Now, I don't know if there was a short that somehow got big lately that started circulating that like maybe people didn't like and they went to unsubscribe from us. I don't think it's that. I think there's some type of like bot thing that went on or something. What else could it be? Do you know?
mhm,
I have no fucking clue.
mhm. Well, we peaked, and there's no going uphill from here. It's only downhill. It only gets worse. 20 might as well be 200.
I don't
Next
know.
tomorrow, we'll have no subscribers. You know.
I don't really care. I just like doing this. This is just fun to do once a week. If we grow, great. If we don't, whatever. But like, there's only up. You can't really go down unless you're just being a shithead, which I don't think we are.
Oh, we can go
Um,
down. We can go down.
Again, we haven't had a lot of short content lately or like shorter clips, but like that's why I've been thinking of like I really need to get. That's why I've been getting going on the music for the vlog, but then also like I need to get some streaming going. I'm thinking about after the move is all settled and done, picking one night a week where I stream because that
Mm,
requires no editing. It's just turn it all on, make sure everything's working, which is like the most annoying part,
mm,
and then just playing the game. So,
mhm.
I'm gonna try to do that, but I don't even play games that much. I don't know. I'll do
Yeah,
something.
I just played in the last like fucking what 3 days. I played like I don't know, man, like 20 hours of the forest. I went and beat it again because they finished it. They finally re-released it.
Yeah.
Um,
How is it now?
I mean, it's better. There's a lot more enemies, variation. There's a fucking way scarier mutants and shit, which I think is cool. There's boss battles now. Story, they added maybe, I'm not exaggerating, 30 seconds of extra cutscenes since we last played it, Paul. The story is non-existent. I'd give the story a solid 1 out of 10. It's just, it's not there. It's trash. It's very vague. It's like you'd have to like you can go. Here's the thing. In my opinion, if I have to go watch a YouTube video explaining the lore behind a game, you fucked up making the game.
That's how I felt
So
about BioShock Infinite.
yeah. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I just saw it was on sale for like $5. Almost got it because I really do like that game. It's fun.
It's fun to play, yeah. Story's kind of
But
bad.
yeah, the gameplay is still okay. They changed some things. They nerfed the shotguns and stuff, but I think it's still worth it to go and replay, Paul, because you'll encounter a lot more new shit. You'll be like, oh, neat, you know. Traversing the map is AIDS. It's the worst I've ever played, and we can go. This ties into my other topic that we keep bringing down but haven't talked about: video game inventory systems.
Wait, the electric unicycle makes that game way easier.
No, it's a fucking electric one wheel, pretty much what it is. You can't
It's a
you can't put it
unicycle.
in your inventory. It's a unit. It's not a unit. It's just it's literally a one wheel. It doesn't look like a
No,
unit.
it's an
So
EUC.
oh, is
It's
that what it
literally
is?
yeah, an electric those
Oh, okay.
exist. Where like the
Oh,
wheels like
okay.
this and you stand on both sides, and one wheel's a board.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I thought it was a one wheel. Okay,
No,
my
but
bad.
similar.
It
Similar.
is. Mhm. You can't stow in inventory, so you have to carry it around in your hand, and you can't carry anything else. So it's pretty much useless to not use. I just put on the console command and like put my speed to 100 to get around because I'm like I'm not walking through this fucking cave, dude. That's crazy. Are you insane? Like if I want to walk to this cave, it's gonna be like 30 minutes, like
Oh my god.
legitimately.
You're not even playing the
That's
game.
insane. What do you mean? Yeah. Okay. It's not like I put on infinite bullets either and just went around blasting people.
Yeah,
But
that's what it
the thing
sounds
about
like.
no, they nerfed the guns so bad, it's worth it. It's not even worth it to use them. Like legitimately, you're better off using swords and you're better off using the katana and explosives. It's the only way to play it. The gunplay is trash. It's like way worse than we played it. I don't know what they did with it, but anyway, Sons of the Forest, go play that. It's okay. But that has the worst inventory system of any game I would played
It's
easily.
bad. It's a cool
It's awful.
concept, but it's badly like
Mhm.
it's just I don't like how it's
Terrible
slow. You
execution.
can't speed up like the movement around the map. Like if I could
Mhm.
like quickly, you know how it's like slow when you move around the
Yeah, it's
tarp?
slow.
Why
It's
can't you
garbage.
speed
And I
that up, you know?
Yeah, and I have to like oh man, it's just the worst thing ever. Biggest problem I have with that is you can't search for things. Like you can't type it in like I want to find this, you know, you have to look around on it like the tarp like a fucking like an asshole. And the biggest problem I have with it, this is all video game inventory systems is okay, let's say hypothetically I can carry 10 watches max. I can carry 10. That's all I can carry and I can carry 5 flares at the most, right? So I only have 1 flare. I have 4 extra flare slots open, correct? What if I want to carry 14 watches instead of 10? Why can't my watches go into there? And why can't the inventory system be weight, like weight? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I don't
Like a
like
set
weight.
weight.
I
I
I
like
just
weight more than that, in my
when I
opinion.
get
I think
I
it's
get
easier
that. I
or
think a
cooler.
max amount of items per is not as good as like having a max weight. But I have to say, and this is a great topic, it's just inventory management and carry weight in video games is annoying as shit. So that's one of the reasons why I kind of don't play Tarkov anymore. At least I don't play the online version of Tarkov. Sometimes I play the single player mod. Don't kill me, Nikita. But
Mhm.
um that game is Inventory Management Simulator 101. Okay, first of all. Second of all, they added weight. And when they added weight, I was out because go like RPGs that are single player, like Oblivion, Skyrim, Fallout, any of those other like open world RPGs, Red Dead, um, carry weight. I don't think Red Dead has carry weight, but
It
anyway,
does.
so
Oh,
it
no,
does.
it
I don't
doesn't
know. Those other
actually.
ones, like I'm here to play a video game and have fun. I shouldn't like I get that my character couldn't carry all this in real life, but who gives a fuck? Just let me carry whatever I want. Like
Mhm.
I'm here to have fun, not like, "Oh, wow, I can't leave this Tarkov raid with that really badass vest because I'm already way too bogged down and I move like 2 feet like a second, not even."
Mhm.
Um or like super slow like a snail. I don't know. I just hate carry weight. I'm also getting really sick and tired of eating in games, drinking in games, Having to fucking care for your horse in Red Dead drives me insane. Like, oh, you have to
Oh,
brush your horse, you have to feed it, you have to make sure it has energy. It's like, I just want to play. Can't most game, like some games like Fallout and stuff, you can turn off like the food, like the eating and drinking. That's like on the hardest mode. I wish they just had an option to toggle it off in every game. Tarkov,
mhm.
obviously hardcore mill sim. I get what they're going for, eating, drinking, having to apply bandages. But even when Tarkov introduced heavy bleeding, where, oh yeah, don't get me wrong, you don't just bleed now. Now you can get a bleed so bad that you need a special bandage to patch it, that now you have to carry another fucking thing around. It just drives me insane. It's like I
It's
just want to
trash.
sit down and play the game. Like I don't want to spend half my time eating and drinking to keep my character alive. Like I get it. Like you have to do that in real life, but I don't know.
I turned that off in Sons of the Forest too. I'm like, I'm not eating. I mean, I just typed it in. Hey, fucking max out my fucking health and food, or not my health, but my food and water. I'm not doing that. It's a pain in the ass. I'm too old. I'm too old to do that. I'm done. I don't manage inventories. There should never be an option where I'm looking at a gun and I can't pick up the gun because my carry weight. And I'm like, that shouldn't. No, that doesn't happen. I don't manage inventories. Infinite carry weight on every single. I want to go play. I really want to play Fallout 76, to be honest with you, because I generally do like that game, as much flaws as it has. Fucking blast.
I want
But
to
it's an
play it. I've
online
been
service
wanting to
game,
buy it. Yeah.
and you cannot. I mean, okay, when I played it, you could easily glitch it where you got infinite carry weight, so it made the game enjoyable. But I know you can't glitch it to do the infinite carry weight anymore. Literally, for like the first year when that game came out, infinite carry weight, I could do whatever I wanted, and it was great. It was awesome. Then they took it away, and I stopped playing it, and I'll never go back. I'll just never go play it again because I'm not managing my carry weight. I can't do it. It
I
drives me nuts.
we should play that sometime and stream it. I actually want to buy that game and play it. I mean, I
It's
know
not
that
like a
sucks.
sometime thing. It's like there's a shit ton to do. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's a big game. It's
Yeah.
a whole another Fallout. Speaking of Fallout, did you see the new Fallout trailer came out today?
No, I
Then
didn't. For
another
the
one.
TV show?
Oh, yeah, they finally have Walter Goggins like talking, and he just shows Ghoul. He's like a fucking chem addict. He looks pretty badass. They showed him before. But yeah, the trailer starts with him doing like an open monologue. It seems like he's the Vault Tech rep. He's like telling people about like the vaults and stuff. I don't know. We'll see. The trailer showed a lot of stuff actually.
Yeah.
So that looks promising a little bit, but we'll see. The only thing I'm worried about is that they're going to make it some type of allegory or metaphor for something that's going on in today's time. You know, like a
Yeah.
statement. Like we need to have a political statement here. They're going to somehow make Brotherhood of Steel like Trump or some retarded, or like the Republican Party.
Yeah.
I know they're gonna, because it's Amazon, but I just want to see how bad they do it. And it's fine that there's a female protagonist. Of course, it's gonna be how it is. But no, it looks promising.
Yeah, we'll see. I just hope Amazon sunk a lot of budget into it, at least as much as they did with that
It
Lord of the
looked
Rings
like
show,
it.
which apparently isn't going anywhere and did horribly. Um,
Yeah, that's why I'm so hesitant about this, because they could fuck it up really easily. But it looked, just not really spoiling the trailer, but there's what do you call those? You know what Codsworth in Fallout 4? You know what robot I'm talking about? Codsworth,
yeah,
main guy. What type of robot is that?
I
What
don't
are those
remember what they're
called?
called.
You're like Gutsy. I know Mr. Gutsy's. That's what they're
Yeah,
called.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's something like that. Anyway, there's one in the trailer, and it's like, I'm gonna fuck it's the girl goes up to it, and it's like, can you help me? And it's like, sure, I'm gonna cut your guts out. And then she's like, what? It like shoots her, and it's like, what the fuck? Um,
Um,
that looks pretty
Can I
promising.
touch really quick on Tarkov though, and just inventory
Yeah,
management carry weight? So the one thing that Tarkov added way a long time ago is that you could auto sort your stash, your inventory, where you keep all your goodies. That's great. Then they added cases you could throw stuff into. That's fine, because my stash was always a mess. I just hit auto sort, throw everything away, sell everything I don't want. Still a little bit more management that I want, but it's better than it was. What Tarkov needs, and I haven't played in a very long time, so those out there that play, this may be a feature already. They need an auto equipped button. Because like when you die, when you need to go into a raid, you need to drag all that stuff. You need to equip your character to go into the raid. Can I just hit like a randomize, put so many mags and fill mags, and then like attach, like put a gun on my character, and I can just keep hitting that until it looks like a loadout I want with the stuff in my stash? Because like
Mm,
that would make me more inclined to play, because half of Tarkov is spending a half an hour setting up your character and then loading into a raid, and then you could die in like a minute. Like you could die within like 5 minutes, and then you're back again. Half hour, going to the flea market, buying stuff, or from traders, setting up your character again. Like, I don't know. That's why that
everyone,
game, That game isn't for people that have full-time jobs. Same with Rust.
No. Everyone that talks about Tarkov says the same thing, and I'm like, just stop fucking playing it then. It sounds
It's
miserable.
but there's
There's like
nothing else like it. That's the problem.
yeah, there's like what?
That's
There's
the
that
problem. Nothing
I don't
gets
know
you that
what it is.
adrenaline,
Someone was talking about the like max like Tarkov thing, like you can get as like the hardest achievement.
The
But you
Kappa
couldn't
container.
if you had like a 9 to 5, you couldn't possibly get it. There was no way you could do it. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
as soon as games are not built for the 9 to 5er, it's like then who's fucking playing it? Streamers? Like that's it. That's what your
Yeah.
fan base is, or millionaires that don't do shit. Kyle,
Yeah.
it's just like
Kyle
people. Yeah,
from
that got lucky. They don't do
PKA,
anything.
yeah, Kyle from PKA said it right though. He was like, and I feel the same way. Kyle will play a wipe and get to like level 32, 34, and then quit because he says he's never gonna go get Kappa. And like at that point, the game just gets like the quests get ridiculous in that game eventually.
Mhm.
And honestly, I relate to Kyle. The last 2 times I played Tarkov wipes, I got to levels between like 28 and 32, maybe around 34, 36, and then I just quit because then you get quests that are like, oh, headshot 10 people with this rifle from 100 meters with this scope on this map.
While wearing
Yeah,
this hat.
you could spend a week doing that and maybe get like 5, not even like 1 or 2. I don't know. I'm not that good at the game though.
Be good
That's
at the
my
game.
problem. I'm not like a pro, and there are some people out there that are nutty, and then also like the cheaters turn me off. So
Yeah, I thought they solved a lot of the cheating problem from what I hear, but I don't know. I don't play the game, and I don't really fucking care at all, to be honest with you.
yeah, fuck the
So
game.
it can all go to hell. Paul, so you did finish The Sopranos. We could do a Sopranos talk another day, but I saw that they auctioned off the Sopranos
Yeah, we'll do it
booth,
another day. Yeah, I
the
saw
infamous
that.
booth from the end of The Sopranos. Apparently it auctioned on eBay, which is very surprising because I'm like something like that on eBay. Really, I thought they'd be like a higher class item. You know what I mean? It just seems like historic almost. The greatest
Yeah,
TV
like it
show
would
of all
be on
time.
like some movie cinema prop site where they
Right,
auction all that stuff
exactly.
off.
So it sold for about 80 grand, which is less than I honestly thought it would. I mean,
Yeah,
you got to
that's
think.
kind of
I
low.
mean, like I don't know. It's kind of neat. Oh, this is the final like
James Gandolfini
prop
sat
from The
here.
Sopranos. Yeah, like the most. Again, look, his ass print is in this. It's in the seat still. No one ever sat. Yeah, yeah. But no, I just saw that. I thought it was kind of neat, and I went on kind of a movie prop. Like, not gonna buy it, but on like a binge, and I found a lot of some original like Whitest Kids You Know props that they use, which I
Yeah,
thought was
they're
kind
on
of funny.
eBay. Yeah.
Yeah, on eBay and shit. So I've been down the rabbit hole of that, and I'm like, man, that'd be cool to have. This is a bunch of neat shit, but I feel like a lot of that can't be real, right? Like it doesn't seem right. You know what I mean?
It's got to have like some type of certificate of authenticity or I'm not buying
Yeah,
it.
all of them do that, but I'm not gonna buy anything because they're expensive as fuck. But there's like
Yeah.
things like pretty sure someone wouldn't be selling that, but how many of these exist? But I saw they had like the model spider, like in from Spider-Man 1, they have that spider like in like a glass jar
Oh,
that they
really?
used on screen. It's the one that Peter held. And I'm like, how many of those exist and why is it on sale for $400? Like that seems light for something like that. You know what I mean? So I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't trust that shit.
What I'm really bummed about that I never bought, but I know I'd never wear it. It would just go in like a display case for a shirt. Is like when they were doing the original run of the Dexter TV show and they were auctioning off.
Yeah,
Remember all that stuff? I really wish I
yeah,
bought his
dude.
bowling shirt because it was kind of
Mm,
like relative. Like it was like $600 was final bid, and that's the guy that got it. I'm like, that's kind of reasonable for like I don't know, $600 for that bowling shirt. You put it in a nice display case. You have the
You know
certificate of
what?
authenticity in the corner of the case. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I remember that auction. They had the box of donuts, they had that for like $60. And I really at the time I didn't have a lot of money. I was younger, but I really regret. I could have had the box of donuts from Dexter that was used on screen for $60. Like it's such a cardboard box, but it's like I don't know. It's a cool prop. They had the Better Call Saul one, which I followed every
Oh,
day.
that
I
was
wanted to see
cool.
how much it sold for. They didn't have as cool props as you'd think they would, but
That
everything
reminds
sold
me.
for like 1,000.
Jack, a guy down here in the Twin Cities, I think it's already sold on Marketplace. He has the Lawyer Up license plate from Better Call
Mm,
Saul with the certificate of authenticity. He was selling it on
that's
Marketplace for
sick.
like $100. And I'm like,
That's not right, because there's
I don't know.
no dude, I know for a
It was
fact because
also
I
signed by
literally
Bob Odenkirk. So
no, dude, that was a scam. I tracked the auction for literally the every day it ran. It ran for, like, 2 weeks, everything sold for over 1,000 for sure, easily. I remember because I looked at even things that were as simple as like, it was like Better Call Saul, like Jimmy business cards, like a pack of 50. It was like $1,000. I'm like, what the? Who's the fuck buying this shit or whatever? I don't remember anything notable that was cool, but the Dexter one I remember very cool was the kill kit and like all
Yeah.
the costumes and shit. But I like the Brandon thing from that season 7 that the guy that Colin Hanks, his fucking character.
Oh
Man, I
yeah,
haven't
yeah.
watched Dexter in a while. What is that? The Doomsday Killer. That's who it
Yeah.
is. Yeah, that guy. That was cool. But I would like to
Jack.
get something like that in the future.
You know that guy, shout out Lazri, Mlazri on Instagram. If you want some hilariously disgusting content, go look at that guy on Instagram. It's the guy I send you that has all those weird
Yeah, I
fleshlights.
know. Yeah, I'm surprised he's not banned. Yeah, I saw the. Yeah, I see every post.
Did you see the Dune one?
Yeah, I saw
Okay,
every post.
I
he
saw
does.
that post, and I later that day was on like Facebook or something, and some guy posted. It was just some guy at a movie theater, and have you seen the Dune popcorn bucket? It looks like
Mhm.
that. The top
It does.
is like
Yeah,
that.
I know.
And the guy is there, and his face is blurred out, and he's got a big gut, and he has a shirt on that said like, "I went to Dune 2 to fuck the popcorn bucket," and I was
Yeah, I saw
laughing
that.
so hard. It looked like an official
So funny.
Dune 2 like theatrical
Yeah.
release T-shirt. I don't know. I just thought
Well.
that was funny.
No, I want things like that. I'd wear that. That's funny as hell. I did see that. No, don't look up that don't go do that. I don't even know how it's on Instagram. I'm very surprised that's on
Always
Instagram.
watching. The fucking Mike Wazowski one.
Watching
Yeah.
Dude,
Don't
I'm surprised
sleep.
he get a copyright strike. He's like, oh, Oreo fucking flashlight. It's like that's
Yeah,
foul.
this guy's Instagram just has like they're obviously fake and he makes them, but he presents them as if they're extremely rare products. And he has these fleshlights, just different ones, like a cherry pie, and he's like, "Oh, this was only given to like the producers on set of the American Pie film or whatever."
And
Or he'll have
some
like
of them you're
Thomas
like-
the Train.
Like some of them, like they're questionable. Like that might be a real product. The American Pie one might be real.
Yeah,
Like that might have been a thing they gave out. But the rest of them, no. There's like no way
The
a
Scrub
Bug's Life
Mommy
custom
or like the Scrub Daddy
Scrub
one.
Mommy. That one's funny. Yeah.
Any
That's good
whole
shit.
technology.
I bet
Yeah.
if you sold them, you might make some money out of that. You know?
Yeah. Oh my God. Fuck that. Yeah. There's some really old posts of his. If you go click on it, it's just a picture, and he has like a glass display case with lights, and they're all in there, like nice, like as if it's like an action figure collection.
Can I do that to my sex toys on the podcast? Paul?
No, absolutely
Bringing
not.
back the bad dragons. all
Jackson,
that.
this cabinet stinks. Yeah. Gross.
Hey, you cleaning? What's the matter? What do you think
Yeah.
I'm some kind of animal?
Yeah, I do.
An animal? No, that's great. We were talking about some decor for the studio earlier. Paul mentioned what did you say? Mid-century
Mid-century
couches?
modern stuff.
Modern couches.
Or like contemporary. I don't know. I've been watching a lot of Nick Rochefort, Scuffed Realtor
Yeah, I
casts.
think I
And
don't
he's
know,
kind
man.
of,
I
like,
think you're getting
rubbing
painted.
off on
His
me.
style sucks, bro. He wears like okay fits, but the rugs, those ancient rugs and shit, they look like garbage. They don't go with anything.
I'm
Unless you're,
not
like,
into the
halfway-
rugs so much as I am like furniture.
Yeah,
Like I guess a rug
don't
is
know. I
furniture,
think
but
it looks uncomfortable as fuck and very, I don't know, shitty to me. I don't know.
I mean,
There's
it
something
kinda
about
looks classic.
furniture that I guess I kind of want more modern. Not, I mean, it's your house and our studio, so I don't really care about that. But personally, for me, I don't want no old like couch and shit. I like the modern stuff. I like the look of it better. I think I like the feel more. Because I feel like once you get a certain piece of like old furniture, that's kind of how you're gonna have to model the rest of your house around. Else it just looks dumb, right?
You're right. You're
what I
right.
mean?
Like you can't just have like a mid-century coffee table and then have like a Home Depot TV stand, Home Depot like stands, like I don't know, like a
Mhm.
what do you call it? An end table for like your couch. Yeah, no, I totally get that. That's why like when we fit out our house, it's gonna be like Home Depot shit. Sorry, Nick. Like I'm not that I don't have it's expensive, dude. To like get that stuff though too is expensive.
Yeah,
Like what
yeah.
you could spend on one couch could get you half of a living room set, like for some of
Mhm.
that older, nicer stuff, in my opinion. But I'm sure Nick and others that are good at thrifting or finding those good deals know where to look. I don't. Like, and I also don't really have the time or really care to spend the
Yeah,
time to do it.
It's their
But
job. Like it's one of
yeah,
his jobs is like to buy that shit. Also, um, him and Scuffed Realtor is cool, but he goes hard on the houses, but he's a little out of touch of reality where he's like he kind of assumes everyone should be a millionaire and has enough money to get all this shit. So he like dunks on the furniture and shit. It's like, bro, these people make like 40K a year. Like of course they're not gonna have this nice shit or their house isn't gonna look the greatest, you
it's
know? I just like
yeah,
when he breaks down the floor
yeah,
plans, why oh this beam over here is retarded and it's gonna get water all over or whatever, you know.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I
I
think
I
it's gotta be
I
based in reality a little
I
more.
get why he's like that, but I've watched enough to notice one thing. It depends on how you word it when you do a listing. So it's like if this is a house you're gonna buy, I think the reason why he's acting that way is because he's being brutally honest with you and he doesn't want you to make a mistake.
No, for sure. Yeah,
But
100%.
if you word it as like, for instance, if and I can do this, I found out. If I were to take photos of the house I just bought once everything's moved out of it because they still have stuff in it, and I package it all up and I send it to him. If I were to word it as, "Hey Nick, I just bought this house," and said he's more inclined to be nicer, is what I've noticed. If you say
Mm.
I just bought this house, he's gonna tell you what you can do. You know, he's not gonna be like, "Why'd you buy this?" I've never had him do that,
Mhm.
unless maybe there's once in a while it's something like really bad for like a crazy price point. I know that I got my house at a good deal for the area, like I know I am. Um, but I feel like if I were to word it that way, I'd be like, "Hey Nick, I just bought this house. Here are all the pictures. I was thinking about doing some landscaping, maybe throwing in a bathroom somewhere in the basement. What do you think?" I think he would be honest and be like, "Oh, you could really do this here. You could do this. Paint the walls this color. Get rid of this." Like, I think you'd be honest. But yeah, you can get the kind of snobby vibe sometimes, which I think he's also just trying to be funny, which is like part of the show. It's like a comedic
Mhm.
thing. Is like,
Yeah, I know.
yeah,
I get I see what you're saying. But yeah, I don't know. Style, like house style is something I guess I don't have to think about really, but I do think about what we're gonna sit on for the podcast and what kind of vibe we're going for that. That's gonna be
let's
cool
get
once
some
we do
lazy
that.
boy bean bags.
Yeah, no, that'd be baller. I'm down. I was got a talking point I was gonna go off of about houses, but now I lost your train of thought. But yeah, fuck, I lost it.
It's
Everything's
all
gone.
good. It's
It's
all good.
ruined. Yeah.
Um, can we talk about some like media, movie stuff quick?
Go.
So,
Top.
as everybody knows, the last yeah, the last few casts I've been kind of dropping some I've been on kind of a movie binge lately. Old movies, new movies. Watched a lot of older movies, one new movie this last week or two here. Want to go over one that was on Hulu, Freelance. I think it was Hulu. It's a John Cena movie. It's bad. Don't watch it. It's very mid. It's a classic. Oh, the guy was X whatever, military. It's really just like not it's supposed to be like a dark comedy like action movie. It's not very good. And I like John Cena. Like I don't think that he's a bad actor by any means. Like Peacemaker is one of my favorite DC shows. It's really good. He's hilarious as Peacemaker. It
Wait,
plays
hold
that
on.
role well.
If Peacemaker is the best DC show there is, DC fucking sucks. That's how you know they're bad. That's how you know it's trash. He's not.
That's
I'm
fair.
sorry, not a good actor. I like Peacemaker too. It's a fun watch, but that's the only character he can play. Is that?
I
Other
don't
than
know,
that,
man.
like
Have you ever
you
seen
said,
like Vacation
John Cena
Friends or
was
whatever?
done.
1 and 2? Those are
No.
funny comedies that he's in. But I get what you mean. He kind of plays the same guy a little bit. There are some roles where
Mhm.
he's a little different, but I know what you mean. He's almost like Chris Pratt. Oh, let's put Chris Pratt in everything. He just plays the same guy. Except for Andy from The Office was like I swear, the only role where he like tried.
Oh, you mean
Or
Parks and
what's his
Rec?
Parks and Rec, that's what it is, not
Is
Andy
his
from The
name
Office.
Andy? What the
What
fuck
is
is
it in
his?
Parks and Rec?
His name Andy? His name's Andy in that, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I was messing up two office related sitcoms, I
Wait, no, hold
guess,
on.
but
What is his name in Parks and Rec though? It's Andy, right?
I
Or is
think
that?
so. I don't
Okay,
know.
let's go with Andy. I don't remember. Goddamn. But yeah,
Yeah,
no,
it's been a
that's
while.
because that was like he never act. He didn't have any other things before that. He was
Yeah.
supposed to be written out of the show because he was supposed to be gone because Anne was gonna break up with him in like season like 1. But the director liked him so much they kept him on, and that kind of like sprouted out his career. And then we got Chris Pratt. He's supposed to voice Steve, the new Minecraft movie. Just hand
Oh
him
my
whatever role.
god. Yeah,
Mario, then
let's give
we
him
could
Mario.
hand him
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah, let's do whatever. Anyway,
Um
back to movie.
the other movie I watched, super old classic, Planes, Trains and Automobiles. You seen that one? John Candy,
Oh, I
Steve
love
Martin.
that. Yeah,
That's a good
yeah,
movie.
dude. if you like that, go watch the 40 minutes deleted scenes. You do yourself a favor.
Oh,
There's
really?
literally like 40 minutes. They're funny as hell. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I always think about the airplane like food scene, but when I talk to people about it, they're like, there's like I only watched the deleted one, so there's like an extra like 10 minutes of that scene. So
Yeah.
I just think that's so fucking funny. Them two clash together. No one makes you feel more bad for them than John Candy and that or whatever his name. What's his name?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
Sean Candy, right? It is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
John Candy. And
very sad.
RIP, I'm pretty sure John Candy passed away a long time ago, but he was reminded me of Chris Farley-esque kind of
Yeah,
comedy in a way. And
he's funnier.
I liked him in
Honestly.
Uncle Buck. Super good movie, underrated.
Mhm.
Ollie Culkin's in that one. The
Is it
last
underrated? I feel like a lot of people like
I
it.
don't know. I watched The Last Witch Hunter, which is like from 2014. Have you seen that one?
Mm-mm. I haven't even heard of it. I haven't seen
It starts out with a really cool premise and it's badass. The Vin Diesel movie. It starts
Mm.
off with a really cool premise at the beginning. Like it's like super long ago Vikings that are witch hunters, and then he gets cursed by a witch when he kills it that he has to live for eternity. And then it flash forwards to modern time and the witch comes back and he's still alive after all that time. Like the curse was that he has to watch all his friends and family die and that he's going to be alone forever and he can't die. Well, that would have been cool premise if it kind of would have stayed in the old time. When it got to modern days, the movie just kind of super good premise, but it sucked. And I like most Vin Diesel movies. Like I'm excited for the new Riddick movie. I watched all the Riddicks, but
Another
so
bad actor.
yeah, The Last Witch Hunter is meh. What I started watching, and I'm not done with it, but everybody's seen this movie, Kung Fu Panda, the first one, dude. I'm like halfway through it again. That movie's so good. The first
Mm.
Kung Fu Panda, so good, dude.
I don't know if I
Skid
ever
huge.
really watched that much. I don't know.
I don't know. It's got a big cast, like Jackie Chan's in it, Jack Black, a few others I'm probably skipping off the top of my head, but
Is he Kung Fu? Is that Jackie Chan's character? He plays Kung Fu.
no, he's the monkey, dude. I think.
Oh, he's the monkey. Okay.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
haven't heard that one for Asian people. Okay.
That's Jackson. Oh god, my fucking leg is cramping so bad from I did 2 lower body days in a row. My legs are just wrecked. Oh fuck. It's like
many
doing that thing where it pulses. What?
Too many Kung Fu Panda kicks. You were kicking a lot, huh?
Yeah.
Feeling it up. What do you mean pulses? You
Yeah,
feel
like your
heart-
muscles are spasming.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Dude, I'll never forget the worst cramp I had. I had at boxing one
Oh.
time, and Zach was like, "Stop being a little bitch and go, box." I was like laying on the ground, like writhing, and then he looks at my leg, and it was pulsating, and he literally goes, "I'll never forget this." He's like, "Holy shit, go outside, dude!" And I had to go. Like, I'll never forget that. That was so funny. Yeah, it looked like a snake inside my leg, just breathing, dude. Fuck,
What's the worst cramp you get and the one you know that's coming? Mine is my calves don't like being stretched
Yeah,
out.
the gas. Yeah. Dude, every once in a while in bed, if I like turn wrong, I'll know it's
Yeah,
coming.
you'll know it's coming. You'll be like, no, God, no, please, God, for the love of God, no. And then it starts happening, and you got to start massaging it immediately. If you don't start massaging it immediately and you let it
I don't
curl
touch
and
it.
do the thing, dude, you have
You
to.
touch it. No,
you have to.
Leave it
You
alone.
have to.
No.
If you start
bad are
Jackson,
yours?
Jackson,
I can't
trust me.
touch it. I don't touch it.
If you don't touch it, trust me, it lasts longer. And if you move, it gets worse. If you get on that sumbitch early and start massaging that cramped area,
No,
I'm telling you, it goes away really
You don't want
fast.
to touch it. That's bad. No, ladies and gentlemen, you are wrong. You leave it alone and let it ride, dude. It doesn't last that long. Holy
Dude,
fuck.
when they happen, they'll happen in the middle of the night sometimes, and I'll wake up from the middle and be like, and Destiny will be like, how can I help? I'm like, shut up, you bitch! Fuck you! No, like it's her fault. And I'm like, I didn't mean that. I'm sorry. It just really fucking hurts. Like,
Dude, they suck. They are the worst. Is that? I wonder if that's like. Never mind. That's stupid question. That's bad. What if that's just a white person thing? Does any other race get those? I feel like it's just us.
cramping?
You know?
I'm pretty sure everybody cramps up.
Pretty sure. I don't know. You know
At
what
some
else
point.
I got? Sorry to take the topic off movies. If we're doing forced things that we don't want, I had sleep paralysis about a week ago. Again.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
How was
and,
it?
I'm gonna be real. I posted it on my private story. Dude, there was something in my room. Actually, right where I'm sitting is where the thing was. It's okay. Sleep paralysis, very real thing. If you think I'm making it up, it's a real thing. I explain it to like people who've never had it and they think I'm making shit up. But usually in my room, the figure from when he comes, he's usually in one corner, but last time he was right there, but I only caught like a 5-second glimpse of him. And I know when sleep paralysis is coming on, when I start to tingle and my ears start ringing really high pitch and I can't move. But dude, yeah, about a week ago, I had sleep paralysis. It was like 5 in the morning, and I roll over, dude, and there he is. My demon, dude. He's just like a black shadow. I don't know if I assume that he's a guy. Maybe I shouldn't assume his gender, but it's just a big black shadow, dude, just standing there. And I look over and he's looking at me. I only saw him for 5 seconds because I immediately closed my eyes and it went away after like 30 seconds. But yeah, that sucked. I did not go to sleep again that night. That was awful, man. I forgot about
That's terrible. On the bright side, I have to say, how I had those sleep problems for a really long time, about 3-4 months ago. Now that I've been making sure my caffeine intake's way earlier in the day, I've been taking magnesium citrate almost every day, not every day. Some days I'm just so dead tired from working out, maybe doing the cast, working all day, that I'll just go to bed normally and I won't take magnesium citrate. I've been sleeping pretty well lately. I hope I don't jinx it. The only downside to me sleeping lately is we're at that weird period in time where it's like not winter, but it's not spring or summer. So like, I don't know whether to have the fan on and I'm too cold, or I'll wake up hot in the middle of the night and we keep the heat on. It's just weird. We're in that weird temperature range because I'm very particular when it comes to temperature, how many blankets I have on me. But that's gotten better. My sleep has gotten a little better.
Optimal sleep temperature. Mine, in my opinion, anything below 50 degrees, optimal sleep temperature.
I don't know, man. I've used to be like, oh, I want it freezing cold, but now my head's bald as shit. Sometimes I wear a fucking beanie to bed because I'll be all cozy, but then I wake up in the middle of the night, I'm like, oh, and the top of my head's like ice cold.
That's a problem yeah, you're right. That's a problem I don't deal with.
I'm literally thinking about getting one of those cartoon character nightcaps. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, Ebenezer Scrooge.
Yeah.
You're gonna get a fucking candle on a plate, and you're gonna go. You're gonna sleep like sleep like this.
Destiny used to call me nuts during the winter. Literally last year, I went like a month where I was sleeping with this on, or I have a different one. I would wear a different one, and because this was like my day-to-day one, I'd wear one that I'd sleep with, and I'd clip it, and I'd be like, oh, so cozy. I know it's weird. I don't do it anymore, but bald man problems, dude.
Yeah, I clip it in. Dude, you probably look fucking off. You look like a fucking pilot,
Well, one time I got scared that I thought I went blind. Oh, this is a good story. I have a big red one. Like, it's way larger than that. It's like a red plaid one. You can buckle it and clip it. I went to bed one night, and somehow when I was tossing and turning, it completely went this way. So the back of it was over my face, and it was this way. And I woke up in the middle of the night. I was like, like, I can't see. And then I grabbed my face. And I'm blind. Yeah. And Destiny's like, what's wrong with you? And I like flip it around. I'm like,
I'm blind.
Yeah. I can't see. They took my eyes. The demons took my eyes. They took them. Yeah.
Oh my God. That'd be awful. Waking up with no eyes.
Last movie. And I didn't even finish it. It was so bad. And maybe it got better towards the end. Maybe I should go watch the rest of it.
No, it doesn't.
Have you seen it?
No, I just assume if it's not good, it's never going to
Adam Sandler, I think, had a deal with Netflix where he had to do so many movies, right? And one of them he did was Spaceman. Okay, it's on Netflix right now, I think. It's not good. Paul Dano's in it. Paul Dano's like the secondary character. He plays an alien spider, okay? But it's a we probably got about 3/4 of the way through it. I went to bed for the night. I don't even plan on like watching it because it was just like not going anywhere. It wasn't interesting.
Paul Dano couldn't sell it?
Dude, to give you the premise, like, dude's in space on a journey for like so many years, alone by himself in this spaceship, manning it. And him and his wife are having troubles. His wife like divorces him. Or like leaves him while he's in space, and they have video chats every week. She's not responding, and then the space company or whatever, NASA or whatever that's communicating with him, lies to him and doesn't send him like the breakup video because they need him to stay sane on the ship, that he's manning. And then I don't know if it's a figment of his imagination or what happens towards the end, but a weird alien spider that can talk ends up on his ship, and it's played by Paul Dano. It's just this big tarantula. It's like huge. No. It's fucking weird. And they're just talking, and he becomes friends with the spider, and the spider's like trying to make him face his realities. it has like a mouth in between the fangs, like a human mouth.
Mm,
I don't
I
like
like
it.
that. Do you ever watch do you ever watch Love, Death, and Robots at all?
I watched. I don't know if they came out with new stuff, but I think I've watched all of it.
Mm. Oh,
Hit or miss.
you've seen the one my favorite episode, the one with the lady on the ship, but she's like not a lady. She's like a
Yeah,
space.
yeah.
That's like the one where yeah, dude, that's my favorite episode. Like I show that to people as like one off of like how terrifying, dude, she looks because I just picture that when you describe the
Yeah,
monster, like that terrible tentacle fucking
yeah.
thing, you know? Ugh.
Cabinets of Curiosities is just a longer version of that, but not but doesn't do like animated things.
It's
And it
more
was
kiddish in my opinion somehow, but it's violent, but at the same time it felt juvenile. I watched like 4 episodes of that and then I stopped watching it because I got really bored. They weren't that good. For like a Del Toro thing, it was like fucking kind of trash. I
yeah,
don't know.
it was eh.
I wasn't impressed at all for that.
What
Yeah,
did
if you
you
want,
think? What's up?
go on. We'll go.
What
What did I think about what?
Shane Gillis SNL? Have you seen any of those?
Oh yeah, I have that. I did. I watched the opening monologue. I think he just did the opening monologue, right? Or is it
Dude,
the
a
whole
lot of the
movie?
sketches are already on YouTube.
Oh, I've seen the sketches. I've seen all those.
Yeah.
That's it, right? I watched like one of them, and then I don't like SNL sketches, so I didn't watch the
There's
other
a
one.
couple that are actually pretty good. The one I haven't seen
Mhm.
all of them. The Gump one is hilarious, where he's at like
Mhm.
Forrest Gump's like high school reunion. And then
Yeah.
the other one that's really funny, honestly, is the funniest one is the Liberty Mutual or whatever it is, Liberty Insurance, the Limu, Emu, and Doug. Have you seen that?
No, I saw it, but I didn't watch because it looked
He
dumb.
he plays like the Doug character, and the fucking emu blasts a dude and plants a gun on him. He's like, "You can't fucking do this, Emu. Like, what are you doing?" He's like the fucking emu's like snorting drugs. He's like a dirty cop. It's pretty funny, and
The
the way he
animal?
reacts,
Animal?
yeah,
Oh,
it's really funny. I like that one a
yeah.
lot. I don't know. I thought it was good. Like, yeah, I know what you mean. SNL sketches are not what they used to be. They definitely are not. But again, it's like our classic, like, we grew up in a different time. People that probably are growing up now that are watching it think it's great, but
No, I don't think anyone thinks it.
they were definitely way
Ask
better.
if you ask like anyone, I think like out of 100 people, like maybe 5 would say that they watch SNL and think it's funny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because but his monologue is really good. His 10-minute open monologue,
I
and
didn't
it's
watch
funny
that.
because like oh you didn't watch, dude, it's funny. He has like bits about Down syndrome and then all types of stuff. But he's really good. I like my favorite part he does is he's like yeah, there's my dad up there. He's an assistant high school basketball coach, and he's like oh, there's my dad. You know, he did a lot of great things. The best thing he did was being an assistant basketball high school coach. And he's like, oh, I brought him on here to make fun of that. Does that not land that I'm making fun of my dad for being an assistant high school girls basketball coach? And he keeps saying it like being
Yeah.
his
Yeah.
dad. But he's like, my second thing he says is like, he's like, remember when you loved your mom? You know, remember when you loved her? Remember when you would like go up and hug her? He's like, do you remember when you were gay? Is what I'm asking. Do you remember when you were gay, little boy? You know, but pretty good audience reaction. People were laughing. All the critics said he bombed really hard, but I thought it was really
It's
funny.
because it's those people that got him canceled the first time. Remember, he was supposed to be on SNL.
I know.
That was supposed to be his big breakout. And then they're like, nope, we saw all this stuff. Like Gillian Keeves, you can't be on here, whatever it is. Or whatever they saw that they didn't like. And then now
Ironically,
they come back to him. Yeah.
him getting fired from SNL was his breakout.
Yeah, it
Ironically, because
was.
that's what I heard about him. Was like like a week after he got fired from it because he started to like got recommended to me or something. But no, he came back. He kind of did like a Norm Macdonald-esque kind of thing. But if you go
Yeah.
watch it, Paul, you can tell he's so fucking nervous. Like very obviously nervous compared to if you've seen his other stand-up. Like he's kind
Yeah.
of like shaken there a little bit, and he like stumbles his words a few times.
Who
But
wouldn't?
it is what it is, But no, you got to go watch their monologue. It's only 10 minutes, but it's funny as
Okay.
hell.
I'll check it
Um,
out. I like Shane
sweet.
Gillis. He's funny.
Mhm. I want to see. I want to see more stand-up. I've been going to this like the open mics and shit at local
It's not
bars
really
around
my
here.
thing.
It's okay. It's like a fun vibe, but I'd love to go see certain comedians before they stop. I'd love to see Sam Hyde at some point.
I like
He
to
does a
see
little
Nick
tour.
Swardson.
Yeah, no, that he'd probably be funny as hell.
He's
I bet
pretty
his fans are
spicy.
cheap too. we've been getting a lot of big acts at Duluth. What do you call it? The deck for like comedy acts and shit. So we'll probably get a lot more. I feel like coming
Remember
in.
when Jeff Dunham went to Duluth and everyone was freaking out? That's when like Jeff Dunham was at his peak.
Peak. Yeah, dude. Oh, dude, I had him as a topic. Whatever happened to him? Remember, like he used to be like funny, but then I don't. Do people talk about him? He's not. I mean, like going back and watching his old. Have you gone back and watched the old sketches from when you were a kid, Paul?
It's been a
Like,
while.
it's awful. You're gonna watch it and be like, this is just cringy.
well,
I just think puppets are cringy.
Yeah.
In general.
What I think happened is I think he probably just ran out of material, dude.
Yeah, how much can
Like
you do? I mean,
all I'm assuming he does now, he probably tours like every once in a while, makes some money.
Oh, he definitely does shit.
But he just does the same bits, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, remember, like his biggest bit was, "I shut up or I kill you" for a Klondike bar. That is the most unfunny shit. Going back and watching it now, it's so fucking dumb.
That is the type of shit.
Really racy characters too. He plays a black puppet, you know, big lips and shit.
Damn.
It's like, I don't know, man.
Think about if that Meat Canyon channel that does all those horrifying cartoons, if Jeff Dunham was big around now, could you imagine the Meat Canyon video that would come out on Jeff Dunham?
Yeah. That guy needs to be like legitimately like locked up and looked at. Like some of it.
Have you seen his actual in-person content on his Papa Meat channel where he like reviews food? He's really funny, actually.
No, I haven't. No, that guy needs to be looked at. No, some of him. No. After you raped like Mordecai and Rigby, I'm like done with your channel, bro. Like that's
he didn't. It was the gumballs. There's your
word. Now our channel's done for.
It was the gumballs. Remember?
That's foul, dude. That's foul. That shouldn't even be on YouTube. Like honestly, dude, that's fucking disgusting. It's fucked up.
My favorite one was the Bugs Bunny, but they took that down.
Yeah, that one's
Warner Bros.
That's not funny, dude. That's just it's awful. You are sick. You're sick in the head. Everyone that likes that is sick in the head. All million views are sick.
He goes, looking like a double wide surprise. God damn. And he's got his head on top of Elmer. His hand on top of Elmer Fudd's head, like gripping it.
Dude, that's like some low-key, like weird fetish fucking Bugs Bunny porn, like getting fucking, R-worded by Bugs Bunny. It's like, who's watching that, dude? Jesus Christ. Like, you stooped low. I don't even want to think about that, man. Thanks for putting that in my head. I forgot that existed. Fuck you, Meat Canyon. I really don't like his stuff. I genuinely despise it. It is foul. I'm not even being over-exaggerating. I don't like it.
I like it.
Foul. I know you do. You look at you.
So what's
you
it?
Like Meat Canyon.
Some of them are hit or miss. One of my favorite ones, though, that I always go back to and watch is the Chester Cheeto one, or the just because it's horrifying, or the another one that's horrifying is the Frosted Flakes Tiger.
I remember seeing them. I just don't like the sexually charged ones. This is the ones I don't like.
Yeah, those are horrible.
But dude, like how is like Adult Swim not approached him and been like, hey, do a show?
He has a show.
Animation.
He stopped doing those animations now. I think he just does a show and he has a side channel where he does like in-person stuff now because he kept having problems with like copyright and people trying to take it down. Well, no shit, they don't want it. Yeah, Warner Bros. Doesn't want that. Yeah.
But yeah, fucking goddamn Warner Bros. Doesn't want Bugs Bunny R-word and Elmer Fudd. That's fucked up. They don't want that. They don't want it on YouTube. They want it gone.
They don't actually show it. Dude. It's just implied. It's just because Bugs Bunny's being extreme.
It's implied. It's an implied raping of them, so it's okay. It's there,
Oh,
just
God,
pretend like it's not. That's dark. That's dark, and I don't like it.
No, the Chester Cheeto one gets me every time. Is
that the one where like he makes them morph into cheetahs or something? Or
no, he like a kid's like playing Minecraft and the Cheeto comes in. He's like, oh, like in his room, and he's like, hey, you feeling cheesy? And he's got like his tail's like a bucket. It's like a nasty, gross bucket filled with Cheetos. He's like, go on and just put your hand in there and get yourself a big old handful of Cheetos. Like, come on. The kid's like, no, I don't want it. And he does it.
That's another very sexually charged one.
They can't eat some, and his vision gets all blurry. He's like, oh, I don't feel so good. He's like, they are coated in iodine and slow propylene. He's like, you're feeling cheesy? And he's biting the kid's fingers off in front of him.
Oh, yeah. That one is foul. Yeah. That guy makes some dark, dark things, man. Yeah. Ugh. Jesus Christ.
So, what's it, June or July? Jake Paul's going to be fighting Mike Tyson on Netflix. What do you think of that?
Oh boy, I'm not gonna watch it because I don't care. But it's very interesting to me
I
that
probably won't
that's even
watch
a
it
thing
either.
that's happening.
I like Mike
What,
Tyson
what do
though.
you
It is interesting. Well, what it is it's money.
what happened?
Money. It's money for both of them. That's
You think
all it
anyone?
is.
You think anyone's gonna get hurt? No. You think anyone's gonna get knocked out? No. You think
They're
anyone's
not going
gonna
to
like?
allow it. They're not going to allow Mike Tyson to
No, it's an
like
exhibition match.
yeah, it's going to be an exhibition just like it was against Roy Jones Jr. And if it isn't, I don't know why Mike Tyson would face Jake Paul that way for his own health.
You ready? How much more money does he fucking? I mean, I just like, is it money to? It must not be money to him, right? It must be something that he just wants to do, I guess, because
It's
he wouldn't do it if he didn't want to. But
what I mean, maybe it is just it's. I mean, Mike Tyson's always said it's cool getting called out by these young guys, even though I'm like 50 years old. He's like, I think it's cool, and I get that. That would be cool. You're a legend. People are respecting you. Getting called out is kind of like no matter what you say or what you think of it, getting called out is kind of like showing respect in a way that like you think yes you can beat this guy, but just even being considered, I guess. I don't know. I just like to see Mike Tyson box, but
why?
it's not.
You know who's coming back? That's cool. Fuck Mike Tyson. Butterbean. Butterbean's
That's what I
making a
heard.
comeback.
Yeah.
All right. I watched his little video, his little doc. It was like a kind of a documentary, but it was only like 20 minutes. But him like just getting the ability to stand back up and shit like that. Because he was like hunched over, like he couldn't even extend his back. He's fucked up. So that's the guy, Butterbean versus Jake Paul. Because Jake Paul did call out Butterbean. Butterbean might fuck him up. I don't know, but he was in very rough shape, worse than Mike. I just don't want to see Jake Paul fight retired boxers, fight a current boxer that is a champion right now, and then win, and then you can do all the matches you want. But yeah, I don't know. I just try like to not care about celebrities. It's like really cringy people's obsession with like Mike Tyson and Snoop Dogg, and it's kind of like to me like being obsessed with Snoop Dogg and like Mike Tyson is like there's a certain type of people you can look at and you'd be like, yeah, they'd be obsessed with them, like to a point. You know what I mean? It's just like just crazy to me, you know. I don't know. Just don't get it. I just don't get the obsession with these guys. Like they're
It's
not that
weird.
cool. Yeah.
What do you think of
It's scummy.
Deadpool? What do you think of Deadpool 3 with bringing Hugh Jackman in as Wolverine?
So I thought about this actually today. I thought about this a lot. Like where I'm split. I'm gonna go see it, obviously.
It's gonna be
but I don't
R.
have. Yeah, well, good because it has to be. If you don't make it R, who would go see it? It will be the highest grossed R film of all time. That's not even a doubt in my mind. 100% it will. I don't know what the current one is. It might be the last Deadpool. Might be the current grossest R-rated film. But yeah, it'll be cool. It'll be fun. I'm glad they brought Hugh Jackman back. We'll see how they do it. Honestly, if it's not just them like the whole time, like obviously they're gonna fight each other, which is gonna be cool. But I don't know. I don't know what I expect from it, I guess. But it should be funny. I just hope they blend well together. We haven't seen them together on screen, so hopefully it blends well. There's a lot of cameos already lined up. A lot of people, because Deadpool can break the fourth wall and bring in whoever the fuck he wants.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think it looks
cool. What do you
good.
think about it?
I haven't seen any trailers on purpose. I want to walk into it blind. I do hope they show Wolverine in that classic yellow brown suit. Great. So excited for that, but I think it's going to be good. I'm glad it's R. I will watch it. I didn't watch Deadpool 2 for a very long time, and here's why. And I probably talked about this on a very old Legacy cast. When Deadpool 1 came out, I thought it was great, but what came along with it was an extremely cringy fan base.
Terrible.
The merch, Deadpool backpacks, people wearing Deadpool hats at school. This was like, I think that came out right when I was in high school or right when I was getting out of high school. It rubbed me the wrong way. And like, I hate it when other people make me hate things that I enjoy just because of who they are. And I know that shouldn't be a thing, but I'm just petty like that. I'm just like, I'm not going to watch this second movie. And I didn't for a long time. The second movie was okay. I eventually watched it. So I'm looking forward to this one mainly because of Hugh Jackman coming back as Wolverine. That's pretty much it. I hope. Yeah,
I'm not looking at it as a superhero movie. I'm looking at it as a fun comedy movie with Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman that just happens to have these characters that I kind of like, and a lot of killing. I just want them to go and kill shit, because that's the point of these characters. They literally just designed. I mean, the man's got blades on his hands. That's what he does. He just kills people. Fact that it's gonna be fantastic, great, knocked it out of the park. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I expect. I don't even know who the villain is.
Are
But
they
we'll
just
see
gonna
how
make?
that-
Are they gonna make him look younger?
Please don't. Oh God, I just
Because
want.
like, are they gonna
actors
try to
like
differentiate it from Logan or what?
I don't know what they're doing. Honestly, dude, that's a good question, because he can't
Because
come back.
Logan's in the way.
It doesn't make sense
Yeah,
for him to come back. He's dead.
yeah,
Like, he has to stay dead.
yeah,
Maybe they could do like a. How about they just do a back in time thing, but don't de-age him and he just looks old and like shitty? How about that?
yeah. I hate
That'd
the
be fine, right?
de-aging. The de-aging almost looks worse than what it would be to just have the guy be old.
In certain executions, yeah, but some of them look really good. The most
Yeah.
notable one I thought looked okay was Mark Hamill as
Oh,
they
yeah.
de-aged Luke Skywalker, which I don't like that they did that at all, but it looked okay, you know.
Um,
Yeah,
Here's my
could
latest
be
terrible habit I picked up after so long.
Zens,
Zen City, Zynbabwe's, as I call them.
ways.
Arguably, if you're gonna have any type of nicotine, probably the safest, healthiest way to have it is these. That's what I've like seen. Even like neuroscientists say, like, you ain't smoking it. I mean, these are the best way to do it. It's not chew, these are nicotine salt
But
pouches. But
the coolest way you can get it is smoking, because a
yeah,
cigarettes
I
are
don't know.
cool. Remember that.
So here's
Always
here's what I noticed with these bad boys. I am probably like everybody else in saying that I think our generation has a higher spike of ADHD problems just simply because of social media, whatever else. I know everyone says it, I have undiagnosed ADHD. I do believe I do. And especially with a job where I have to multitask a lot, I notice that where I get sidetracked. Now, there have been studies that have shown that caffeine, coffee, energy drinks can actually contribute to making your ADHD worse. Being that hyperactive, like they make it worse, right?
Yeah, it's just what I've been told always.
Yeah, these things kind of counterbalance that for me. I have been drinking black coffee lately, like a cup or two in the morning, almost every day. Obviously an hour or two after I wake up. But then around like 10, 11 a.m., sometimes after lunch, I like to pop one of these guys, and they really like make me focus because it's a nootropic. That's what nicotine is. It's really helped with my work productivity. Like I was already productive at work. I'm not a bad worker by any means. I'm a hard worker.
Nicotine helps you work.
But these I think like stepped me up. Like I'm in the net now.
It is
like
it definitely does help in certain regards. But take it away, Paul. See if you had anxiety. I guarantee you take them away, you're gonna have anxiety. And I don't know if it's helping you feel productive. Do what you got to do, man.
They're not an everyday thing though. They're not an everyday thing though for me though.
If they're not an everyday thing,
except people just keep giving them to me. Okay?
Why?
I only bought this one. I go up north. My mom's like, "Oh, you can have this one." My buddy's like, because she didn't want them. She didn't like them. And my buddy's like, "Oh, I hate these. You want them?" I'm like, fuck, now I have too many. What?
Yellow piss? Is it piss flavor?
Actually, this is what all my buddies like the most, I guess, is citrus. And
you can have this. I don't want it. What flavor is this, Mom? Piss?
Yeah.
Foul.
No, these are my favorite, those peppermint. And I usually don't like a peppermint.
Yeah.
But it's not bad.
Cinnamon one. I think they had cinnamon.
Yeah, they do. I haven't tried that one yet. So
dude,
this isn't an everyday thing for me though. This is like yesterday I didn't have any. And sometimes I've noticed some days it'll give me a headache. So like some days I just don't use them.
See, I smoke a cowboy kill every once in a while, the Marbreds. Once I didn't smoke them for literally 2 days, like I was done with them. I haven't smoked one in a while, and I only smoke it when I'm drunk or very, very high, and that's it. And I'm not often drunk or very, very high.
Yeah.
So I just don't. But nicotine, I guess I don't have a hold on me because literally I can just, on and off of it. But other substances, I definitely can't as easy. But yeah, just smoke a cowboy killer, Paul. You'll feel better and look cooler doing it. Downside about cigarettes and long hair, once I smoke, my hair's done for. Like it smells like cigarettes.
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's fucking.
I don't inhale anything anymore. I'm trying to keep my lungs good. It's just for cardio. Like, I just feel
Mm.
like if you're inhaling anything that isn't air, uh, and you want to
Or
have good
nitrous.
cardio, it just ain't gonna work.
Yeah. No, well, definitely not. Yeah, absolutely. I don't care about my cardio though. I like to wheeze after I work out. The demons. One of those
That's
guys.
what
I like
I'm
to be
worried
almost.
is I'm gonna go to Jungle Boy and he's just gonna make fun of me. He's gonna be like, "You suck. You're terrible. Your form's bad.
You're
You
an
suck at
adult.
breathing. You're
Oh, okay.
gas."
So
I am an
here's the
adult.
thing that I guess when I told people about boxing, that kind of might have turned them off. I started it when I was like 15, 16. So it made sense that Zach would make fun of us and be an asshole because we're shitty 16-year-old kids. Looking back, we were being shitheads. So it
Mhm.
made sense we got made fun of. But looking back
Harden
on
you
it
up, toughen you up.
retrospectively, he never did that to the adults because they're fucking adults and they'll just leave. Like I know for a fact there'd be like bigger guys that come in the gym for like the first time. And not you're a bigger guy, but he'd be very nice, respectful to him because they're adults. So when I told a lot of people back in the day, I'd be like, oh yeah, Zach would come over and hit us in the head with the fun noodle, or like be like, that's stupid, you're fucking wrong, or like, hey, stop being a dumbass, or like, how do you not have stamina, you fucking loser, or shit like that. And they'd be like, oh, I don't want him to be mean to me. It's like if you go now, you're an adult. You just go home. Like, done. Don't make
Yeah.
Paul's like, don't make fun of me, man. So
Yeah.
he's walked out because he doesn't want that
I'm
because he knows people
yeah.
will.
I'm really
It's
not
a
that
very
worried about it. I'm not worried about the striking. It's just I worry about grappling. Like if I go
oh, if
grapple
you go if
somewhere,
you go to MMA. Yeah, yeah.
like I
Yeah.
feel like I'm just gonna get like they're just gonna
See,
purposely try to hurt me,
yeah,
dude. Like
they're
put
not
me in
gonna
a
no
like a lock or fuck my arm up. I don't know.
no, see, there are absolutely those type of people in gyms that are just looking to hurt somebody. One, I don't know about the MMA gyms. Zach Walter's gym is not like that. He wouldn't let that happen to you because he doesn't want people getting turned off. But don't get me wrong, there's 100% people that go to Jungle Boys that are just there to beat up on new people, and they can do that. But also you don't have to spar. But the thing about grappling and shit is you kind of start doing it immediately because there's no other way to learn it. You know what I mean? Versus striking, you can hit the bag. That's one thing. But
Hitting a
when
person's
grappling,
very different.
you have to. And Yeah, you're probably gonna run into those assholes. But again, if you just go to the right gym and the right people, you'll be all
Yeah.
right. As long as
I've
you're not just
done
gonna get that.
I've done 4 or 5 rounds of sparring in my life. Never was I more gassed, even,
Mm,
because it's a lot different. You're just also you got nerves. But second, like I learned a lot about how people can piece you apart pretty quickly. Like
mm-hmm.
Shane didn't go hard on me at all, really. He hit me with a good kidney shot, and I also got him with a good body shot. He was like, damn, that was a really good, like, lined up shot, which I kind of felt like confident. I was like, damn, I've never sparred. This was cool that I landed something. But everybody else, I think he was kind of leaving himself open. But everybody else, like, was pretty nice about it. The first guy I sparred had a really good jab. He was super good at cutting through my guard. It's like, how do you dodge that? You just got to have head movement. Like, the jab
Just
is
the
just,
amount of time you do it. You don't know shit when you watch other people box or when you do fight. Like you
yeah,
realize you don't know nothing
you
about
don't know
nothing.
anything.
Like
Yeah.
you get your ass kicked out. I deal with a lot of people at work, my coworkers that are like no flight proclivity, very like large people or like even like skinny people and shit. And I'm like, some of them talk very highly, like, oh yeah, I'd go in there and I'd beat up. I'm like,
I just
I
see
know a
red. Yeah.
I know a 14-year-old that'd kick your ass, and he'd kick my ass too. So I'm not like dunking on you. For right now, ladies and gentlemen, I promise you, there's a 15-year-old that will whip your ass, and you would do nothing about it. Trust me. So that's just the thing about fighting, I guess. You've got to realize, but it's all fun. How did we even get to fight topic? What were we
I
talking
don't
about
know.
before that?
I don't even
The
know. I know we were up over an hour. Do you have to go, Jack? Or are you still good to go for a little bit?
Um, I mean, we could wrap her up here in a little bit.
Sure.
I don't
Yeah,
know,
we'll do
like
a
10
couple more
minutes or
topics.
something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, yeah, let me grab a topic here. Let
Yeah.
me take point here. Okay. So we talked about yeah, give me that floor. We talked about Booby Ludovelli a couple weeks ago. Remember that, Paul? Remember I talked about his
Yeah, didn't he do
controversy
something
with
fucked up?
oh,
Yeah.
he did do something fucked up. And my stance on him, because you haven't heard from him in a while back then. Now he posted some stuff, was that he's out of the loop and he's kind of done for. And I was more than right because I see him posting on Instagram. He posts a screenshot of his like notes page from like fucking like the notes from like Apple, and he's like, I'm looking to do shows in these states. Hit me up promos, like hit me up promoters so I can get a tour. And I'm like, man, for a guy that has songs with Puya, Shakewell, like Fat Nick and all them, he has to go on Instagram, take a screenshot of his notes page and be like, yo, who wants to book me for a show, is like kind of the huge sign that
Wasn't
I
it-
was right that he's done for.
Remind me, it wasn't him that even did it. It was like the dude that did the beats.
Yeah, but I feel like he had such a close. I feel like they were like friends because they
Ties,
did a lot of
yeah.
songs together. They had ties, and maybe Booby Valley knew some about it. But yeah, he doesn't. I mean, honestly, just seems like to me, man, if you're like friends with all of them, you shouldn't have to do that. I guess. You know
Yeah,
what I
you're
mean?
right.
'Cause he toured with them previously.
Yeah.
But yeah, the downfall of Booby Ludovelli, and honestly, his music isn't even that good. So, but
He
it's
has a
on
few
him.
good songs I like. Yeah.
He blew up and then immediately dipped after he got money, and then like you can't do that because then people are just not gonna follow you and shit or care.
Yeah.
And yeah, I called it. All I'm saying is I called it. I knew he was done for, and that man is done for. But we could probably book him. What does he want? Like $500 a show? So I'm like, give him $5 to come on Gutterball.
I am
bet he
not
bites.
paying anybody to come on Gutterball.
$5.
I've kinda-
Booby would do it for a sandwich.
I'll spend money on set, equipment to do sketches, anything else for the channel. I am not paying money for people to feature or to come on the show.
Mhm.
Like, it just ain't
Yeah.
worth it.
Mhm.
We could get Chris Hansen,
We charge them.
and then he'll
We
like
charge.
he'll back charge us his card or something. He'll
Yeah.
do something sketchy.
dude,
He'll write us a
He'll
bad
show-
check.
Bad check. Nah, I feel like he'd show up and say the same things he
I'm
said
gonna
the
write,
last
we'll
time.
have Chris Hansen on. I'll write him a bad check. This it bounces.
I still really want to do my Chris Hansen bit, my sketch. I talked about it on the cast before.
Yeah,
But pretty much, you know how in Dateline, like they always they show the chat descriptions of like these people talking to underage kids that they think it is. They'll be like, oh yeah, baby, I want to love and kiss you. And then Chris Hansen's like, and then he sends this graphic picture of his penis. And it's always blurred out. And my stance is, why are you showing us this blurred out picture of this penis? One, just don't even mention it at all. Or
Yeah.
two, don't show it on screen because it's a blurred out picture, you retard. But I always thought it'd be funny is if the people that
sketches he's
print out the
seeing 'em.
scripts, yeah, for Chris Hansen, they print out the penises uncensored for him. He's like,
It's like,
so
oh.
you sent this picture. Oh, stop uncensoring the dick pics. Why is this even printed?
Yeah.
How much ink? How much ink did you use to print? It's like full color and HD
Yeah.
texture. Why is this in color? What is wrong with you? I feel like that'd be so funny. You could play Chris Hansen, Paul, because you'd have to shave, but like,
and I can put like
I'll play the
a wig
pedophile.
on.
I'll
Oh,
play the
God.
pedophile.
Yeah.
No one wants to play the pedophile in any movie or show. I'll take the reign.
Like like the EDP 445 guy that like got outed as a
He did it
pedophile.
again.
Yeah, he did it
Yeah.
again. It's like, he sent that supposed underage girl like pictures of his shit in a toilet. Could you imagine like Chris Hansen like, oh, like it's just like nasty, like it's just terrible. Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
kind of. He's like, oh,
No.
God. He's like, this is
EDP.
foul. Yeah.
That's
locked
fucking
up
psycho.
right
He did
now.
it again. He did it like he did it like 2 more times. I remember. That's
Dude,
fucked up.
he's
But,
sick. There are people that are sick, and people like him won't stop doing it. He just needs to be put in an institution for the rest of his life. You can't.
Well, the problem.
I don't think you can fix people like that.
No, you can with the bullet to the back of the head. That's
Yes,
the only thing
agreed.
you really saw. I don't want to get into the EDP situation. Everyone
Neither
talked
do
about
I.
it, but it was ruined because YouTube journalists that have no ties to law enforcement are not able to do anything, ruined the investigation, and basically made it admissible in court, and they can't
Yeah.
use any
Yeah.
footage because of how they acted. So if you're a vigilante pedophile hunter and you're not working with the police, you're probably doing more damage than good because you can out them, yeah, but those dudes ain't going to jail. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, it's whatever. Fuck EDP. He never made good content. Okay, the only funny content actually was when he answers his door, like his door gets knocked on and he answers it with a gun and he points it right in the dude's face. But the dude that knocked on the door was streaming. So you can go watch that guy's stream and it's like EDP pointing a gun right in his face and it's really funny. Like he has a finger on the trigger. It's fucked up. But he was like actually ready to fucking kill him. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, that's the last thing you see.
EDP pointing a
with
gun.
fucking revolver or
Imagine it's
something.
Boogie. Would you rather EDP or Boogie shoot you? Which one, Paul? Boogie 2988 or UDP?
I'd rather the last thing I see Boogie blasphemy.
I'd rather get shot by UDP, I think, honestly. I don't want to get shot by Boogie.
With the move coming up, I've been thinking about upgrading my main computer desk. Have you seen people build those butcher block desks, like those really thick, like inner paneled like wooden desks? Well, I've been thinking about building one, like going to Home Depot, buying the slab of butcher block, staining it, or putting it like polyurethane on it, and then like attaching some legs to it. I think I'm going to do that because this kind of ties into my next thing. Is I bought another one of my same monitors. Did I tell you about that?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I bought another 32-inch curve. So I need like this desk is fine, but it was a cheap. It's stable and it would be fine, but I think I'm due for like a nice desk that's heavy duty. So I think when I move, I'm just gonna build a butcher block desk is kind of what I've been thinking. And really excited for that. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this desk. Probably just keep it around for a while until I figure out something to do with it. But
I need I
have to do
big
some
idea.
DIY for my new home office. So
what do you think about like I've always thought about this because back at the cabin, like a year ago, we were throwing away all the DVD cases and putting them in sleeves. So I took all the inserts from the movies. So I have all like the movie covers and shit, anything from The Godfather to Last Action Hero. I always thought about laying them down flat on the desk, then epoxying it over with clear resin or something.
oh, that's really smart.
Desk, or having a whiteboard desk because I write on my desk all the time anyway. But there's so much I want to do. Desk wise, like I've always thought of like cool things you can do. Most of it involves like putting some stickers on it, then epoxying it over so it like has that always on there. But yeah, if I get another desk, it's gonna be a cheap one that I can write on it in Sharpie because I like to do that.
I was gonna say you could probably just have this one once I'm done with it, but the problem is like I don't know how well Sharpie would show up on it.
Nah, I like my desk. I shouldn't be doing this. I've been writing on my dash too. I'm like just writing shit.
Yeah,
on
but
it.
you don't even plan on selling that car, don't you?
No,
like,
I don't. So I can do whatever I want. You know what I wrote? I wrote I just write all types of shit, but I wrote Sam Hyde's suck a dick with days on the tip. I wrote that on my dash. So it's like
Jack, you know what's been really funny is on your steering wheel, like you went over it a few times and you just put I have a gun. So if you get pulled over, the cops look at a window comes down and the cops
Christ. That's even worse, Paul, because I can't roll down my my driver's side window.
Oh my god!
They're just gonna look and they're gonna be like, "I have a gun," and I'm gonna be like, "I can't roll it down." I can't, dude. No, that's gonna get me shot in the head. I have like a fucked air freshener that says "kill people, not animals." So that already is a big red flag.
It's that funny video. Well, not funny, but that video they'd use in memes of like a dash cam where it shows the dash cam and the two cops dumping their pistols through both sides of the car.
Yeah.
And they're screaming like the speakers are blown out from the gunshots.
Yeah.
And the cops yelling, "Get on the fucking ground!" Like he can't get on the ground. He's in the car. They're just dumping rounds in there.
Can't get on the ground. He's in the car. Jesus fucking Christ!
Put it down. Yeah.
No, but I like anything I can write on and ruin that makes it mine, you know, because I'm never gonna sell it. But
yeah,
no, that's cool. It's good shit. We did a lot of furniture talk this cast, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been thinking about like the move is getting really exciting now and like DIY stuff. Like, what can I build? I can always go buy a desk, but what can I like make my own? You know,
cool. Why not marble? I've always liked marble. Like I just like the feeling of it.
I could do that. The problem I'd have with that is I have no clue how to drill holes into marble to put legs on it. I think I need a hammer drill or something. And how do you do it without cracking it? Which is why I'm comfortable with like butcher block because it's just thick wood. And they already have like you can go look up. There's 1,000 DIY articles online how to build a butcher block desk. I was thinking about even doing it the way where they call it. I think they're called Alexa or Alex filing cabinets, but you know how people have those, they just take the top and they put it on top of two filing cabinets. You've seen that for like the legs. I was thinking about doing a butcher block top, two just regular legs, and then on one side getting a non-counterweighted filing cabinet. So it's meant to go under a desk and the desk sits on top of the filing cabinet, basically.
What do you think about like reinforced like taxidermied like animal legs as your
desk? It's just like a big like deer leg.
Yeah, like each it's
One's
so
a
tacky.
it's each one's a different like a leg from an
Like of
animal.
a
And
different
you have to
animal.
chop them
One's
to
a moose.
size. One's
Yeah, one's a deer. You know, what if you have like a full size penguin that's
there's a
just stuffed
zebra
and
one.
it's just on top of its head? You know, that'd be kind of classy. It'd be really really
That'd be
cool.
like
This might be
something horrifying. But God, dude, this
yeah.
room stinks. Like
Mhm.
formaldehyde.
Nah, it doesn't smell that bad.
I
You know,
know.
I want to get into taxidermy, and I don't think it's a dying art because then I could do it myself once I die. I'll have it ready to go. You know what I mean?
Did I ever tell you about the story of the biology class and dissecting pigs?
You did. You talked about it on the cast.
Never forgot
Fuck that.
about when that kid found all the cat hearts in the ceiling.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Who put all the cat arts up? Like, I remember you said on
They're
the
all
cast
dried
something
out.
really funny. You're like, I made a short about that. You're like, who put all the cat arts up in this or some shit like that. It's like,
Yeah,
this is fucked
yeah.
up.
Yeah, the teacher
You
was
know?
pissed.
Yeah, run it back real quick. Paul, what was this kid doing? What was this fucking
Dude,
shithead
I'm
doing?
probably gonna like misremember. It's been basically
This
first
is like
story.
7th grade.
Yeah. We had to dissect pigs. It was in high school. I think it was freshman. It was biology, so it was probably 10th grade. And, formaldehyde, baby pigs. And the first thing is the first horrifying thing I saw was we had to like remove the heart. You had to remove a lot of things and like
Yeah,
identify them.
yeah, yeah.
Some kid fucking took the heart out of the pig and shoved it down its throat, and then he had it
Oh,
like
yeah.
up his hand up through the carcass. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? He's like playing with the pig, like wrapped around his whole hand through it, just like cracked and broke the rib cage, just put his whole fucking forearm up through it. But no, so I don't think it was somebody in my class, but somebody had been putting all the hearts from various animals, specifically cats, because the advanced class did cats, regular class did pigs. And there were just like the teacher, like I think opened the ceiling tile or somebody did and was like who put all the fucking animal hearts like up in the ceiling tiles? And there was like literally a pile. Like you couldn't, 2 handfuls of like cat hearts dried up in that ceiling panel. And like I
Pile.
remember the look of the teacher, like how much it stunk. I mean, they already stunk like formaldehyde, but just like, oh, like he's up on the stool. He was so pissed. I would have been too. It was pretty fucking funny. I
Yeah,
wish you could
that's
remember
like
it better.
serial killer behavior. A pile. A pile of cat heart. How many cat hearts does it take to get a pile? Like fucking 40? Jesus Christ, that's foul. Cat hearts are
Yeah,
like this,
something
this
like that.
big.
Something with like the ceiling tile and there being animal hearts up there. And I remember it being so funny. Everybody thought it was funny, but
Well, yeah, that's funny as hell. Of course, it's the funniest
yeah,
thing you could possibly do besides putting the whole cat up in there.
yeah,
Looking back on dissecting animals, I would have more protests now than I did as a kid. Because as a kid, it felt like, oh, I'm forced, I have to do this. But now, if you told me dissect this animal, I'd tell you go fuck yourself. I ain't going near that. Thing's fucking disgusting. I generally wouldn't do it. It's gross, it's foul, and it seems very useless. I mean, I guess if they're already dead, poke and pot them all you want, but those things stink. That formaldehyde stinks, and I don't want to be near it. The fact that they didn't give us nose
Yeah.
plugs or anything, that's some of those
Yeah.
the paper rag, whatever the fuck it is, you put on your
So
nose.
I would have probably learned as much if they just would have shown me an hour-long video of them dissecting it instead of me actually doing it. It was gross
never
to
did
me. Yeah.
It was a group of 4, and one kid always ended up doing it, and it stunk, and it was just
Yeah,
it's just
I
awful.
ended up doing it. It's terrible because
Yeah,
the other
well,
kid was like more of
you
a
were that
pussy than
kid?
I was. Yeah, I was like, God damn it! I guess I
Yeah.
gotta get my hands.
I
in
don't
here.
I wasn't a pussy, it just stunk, and I'm not putting my hands in that fucking thing. What's the matter with you? It's gross. And
I didn't even like
Ugh.
doing the frogs in middle school. It was terrible.
We did the frogs, and then we did the pigs like a week later. This was all in 7th grade, and then I never dissected anything again. Gross. That's disgusting. And I don't
Well,
like
should we
it.
call it a show?
We could call her a show. Let me take the reins here. You
Good
know,
one.
I got nothing. We make sure to like, subscribe, comment, all that jazz. We got some guests coming up in these weeks, some really cool people we're gonna sit down and talk with, and we're gonna be possibly making an appearance on some podcasts as well. Our first appearance on other podcasts. I think that is in the works, so really excited about that. Gutterball 100 is coming up. We got just 10 weeks away, which is crazy. We'll have it's gonna be a fun episode. I think that's gonna be our best episode yet. We're gonna have a lot of fun. Drinking episode. Is that a spoil part? Did we already talk about that?
I don't know. We're gonna be drinking. Who cares?
We're gonna be doing some drinking. First time any of us have been high or drunk on the podcast, except for me. But make sure, again, like, subscribe, comment. You
Love a
want to
beer.
get Gutterball. You got there's 10 weeks before the episode 100. We got what? 2 guests already lined up. So we got 8. You got 8 episodes to get on. So get at us, Instagram, and I'll let Paul take it from here. I appreciate y'all watching.
Everything Jack said. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm really bummed to see our subscriber count drop, but it seems like those were probably fake accounts anyways. Who needs them? We'd love to hit 500 by the end of the summer, 500 subscribers. I don't think that's too far of a stretch. 100 subs, I think we can do it. Maybe we ramp up some extra content, do some extra things. Again, thank you guys all so much for watching. Really appreciate the support. You know, shout out to all my buddies I know that watch it. Reese.
Foster.
No one, yeah, Foster. Only a few people do. But thank you guys all so much for the support. We really do enjoy it.
Glenn.
And yeah, that was Gutterball 90. Have a great weekend. Wah-ha-ha!